you will know more of your worth and value. That is a message that I received December 21st of 2021, and I'll leave it here, a reference to it so you guys can take a look at it. But I was just prompted to look at that because I was listening to another video that talked about what was going on in our world, and it said, if you go back and look at that date, you might find something that will make sense. I know that a lot of those who've listened to me may not have understood exactly what is happening in the world, but I'm going to talk about it a bit more because it showed up again yesterday and I was a little disturbed, and I thought, okay, I haven't been doing enough. I haven't been doing what I'm here to show my worth and value, and that's everyone. I'm saying that we happen to exist at a very different time in our world. We can pretend like it's not happening, but we're looking at it and we're seeing that it is happening. There's a reason that there is a war. There's a reason that we are having mass shootings everywhere. There are reasons for all of that, and the reasons are we wanted to be alive now to make a difference. And the difference that we will make is when we start honoring who we are and honoring what we brought to the world and enter with a new energy, because we live in a world that is energetic. All of the conditions that are happening, that are occurring now, have come from eons of judgment and fear and all of the things that we have been collectively holding that we're meant to move through, and we meant to do it now. There have been certain times throughout our history where things have changed and the civilizations have changed. We just happen to be existing in the world at a time where that is occurring. Not everyone will understand this, and I understand that not everyone will even believe what I'm saying, because I didn't believe it. I didn't understand it. I've talked about this often. I kind of doubted what was going on. I doubted myself. And last night, when I saw that there was this mass shooting, which is another element of the division that's going to continue to move through our world, because it has to, for us to change. We can't change anything that we're not seeing. And the things that we're seeing are generational biases and judgments and things that have accumulated to a place where they need to be exposed and changed so the world can survive, so the world can go on to what it is meant to be, and so that you can continue to live your life in a way that you always intended. We come into the world with something we're meant to do, but if we're not honoring that, if we're not talking about it, we're putting in this energy that is oppressive, that is very low energy. And then we allow events in our world to continue on where we're not speaking about what is happening. We're afraid. And this is the time where we were meant to develop a lot more courage and belief in ourselves. That's why I've been talking about this. This is why I've been doing my sessions. But what happened last night, after I saw these other events that were happening in the world that I know are a part of this reprogramming, this restructuring that is happening in the world, I thought, oh, I haven't done enough. I placed doubt on the idea that I was given this program in 2012 that would help. Except when I go back and I read everything that's there, I see that it is. I just was in a group with the group that I just finished a summit with this weekend. We just had a wrap-up meeting, and there were 16 of us there, and I'm speaking to them because I know that we all came together at the same time to help move things forward. And if you attended any of that event, you would have heard all the different speakers speaking of this in a different way. It was about owning our voice, the individual voice, who we are. Every single person alive now has a gift to offer the world, but sometimes we don't do that. I didn't do that. And I know that I'm supposed to help others in that way. I'm supposed to help them come to understand who they are, why they're here, and add that energy into the world. It's not about going out and fighting and demonstrating or doing any of that. It's only about adding a new energy that would make all of that stuff obsolete, that would make those things kind of disappear in our world. And that's where we are now. And I went back and I saw the things that I was hiding. And I published a video today, which was a Wilhelm channeling, which was from June of 2021, where many of these things were said that came through. as I've said before, I don't always hear what's coming through at the time, and I have to go back and study it just like anyone else to understand the information that came through. It's been that way my entire life. But now I know it's time for me to move into a new arena, a new area, which is why all the changes that I've made recently in terms of my career, where I'm going, how I see myself, that's why they've changed, because I'm very clear about what I need to do and how it's going to help so many other people and how it's going to really help to change our world. It's not just me, it's so many of us. And that's what we all talked about in the group today. There's so many who are doing this work. And what we are aware of is that so many people are in fear and in doubt about what's going on. And we have a different awareness of that. And I know I need to help more. And so what I'm devoting my life to is my program, which I know now will make a huge difference in the individual life of whoever is involved, and it's going to make a huge difference in my life because it will become something that will be my legacy that I leave. It will be something that will cause me to experience the kind of abundance and prosperity I always wanted to, because it's about moving into who I'm supposed to be. Every single person has that ability when they're willing to get off their butts and stop being afraid and make movement into who they're meant to embody in this life. And that's what I am doing. And I do hope more of you will listen to some of the recordings, because as I'm seeing them, I have others that I didn't publish before because, again, at the time that they came through, the information wasn't as pertinent as what it is now. It didn't make as much sense to me as it does now. But now I know that this is what I have to do now. I'm still going to do all the other things that I've always done. However, my focus is on helping others come to own who they are, and that's going to be through the private coaching that I do and my program, Your Life Operating Instructions. It's the most comprehensive way of living. It is a lifestyle that I downloaded, that I received, which I didn't know was going to happen. We never know who we're going to be when we come into the world as we're living our lives. It evolves as we do. But now is the time where more of us are meant to step into that next place of who we are and offer our essence, our energy to the world to shift all the things that are occurring now so that we can leave the world much better than when we found it. All right, I'll see you guys soon.